Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to another episode of PNSQ Chronicles, the best vidcast associated with the Pacific Northwest Software Quality Conference there is. As a matter of fact, as far as I can tell, it's the only one. I am Michael Larsen.
I am Srilu, Balla.
And we are happy to have you all with us today, especially our esteemed guest, Ms. Diana Larsen, active speaker, consistent participant with PNSQC over the years, Agile expertise galore, author, presenter, consultant. I'm probably mangling this. Diana, how are we doing? Are we giving you a fair shake?
Yes, you're giving me a fair shake. Yeah. I guess the only thing that you really missed is I really enjoy mentoring as well. So I have a few folks that I have that relationship with, and I find that very rewarding. But mostly speaker, presenter, author. Yeah.
And a big time mentor. Anybody needs mentoring, please reach out to Diana.
That is so awesome. Fantastic. And thank you again for joining us. So the great thing here, so Diana just gave a talk last week, and it's up on our YouTube channel as well, completely separate from this. Maybe a really quick recap. What was that all about?
Well, mostly we talked about the workshop that I'm doing on Monday of the PNSQC, and it is related to retrospectives. There's a lot of misunderstanding around, that retrospectives have to be one certain way. And there's some things about that are accurate, but other things that really aren't. There's a lot more variation and possibilities there than we think about. So talked about that, and then we actually segued into Ask Me Anything, and that's always my favorite part. It's the Ask Me Anything part. So we did that, and we talked a little bit then also about the Lead Without Blame and the talk on that book. So yeah, that's what it was. It was a fun, little more than an hour we spent together.
That's awesome to know, Diana. I know retrospectives, they seem very straight up forward on paper, but in reality, they end up becoming feelings hour. They end up becoming like pages and pages of notes taking. They end up becoming scrambling for thoughts, but we tend to lose focus on the product and the process. So it's absolutely empirical to have talks like this. Thank you.
Yeah. We had just published the second edition of the Agile Retrospectives book. And so this is a really good time to talk about what's new and different in the book and what we've learned. The first edition was published in 2006. There hasn't been any update since then until now. So there's a lot of good new material in the book. And so I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to kind of share that with my local folks here in Portland.
That's awesome.
And we should also mention here that the workshop that is being presented, there is no virtual option for this. If you want to participate in the workshop, you do have to be present in Portland to participate. We want to encourage you, of course, to do that, and we will have a link to registration in our show notes. But if for some reason you cannot attend the workshops, or you can't be in Portland in person, but you want to be part of PNSQC, we have a couple of options for that. Of course, we have our virtual track. If you register for the conference virtually, you get to be there for the full 2-day program, which is fantastic. And you get to view all of the talks that are happening. But here's also something cool. If perchance you can't pay to attend the conference, or you just don't have the budget to do so, we're offering a very limited scope of the conference for free. Those are all the keynotes and all the invited speakers. And Diana is an invited speaker. So let's shift now into your invited speaker talk, which is a little different than the retrospectives aspect that you're more famous for.
Right. Thank you, Michael. Well, it was interesting writing the Lead Without Blame book. Maybe I should change my background. I've got a different background for that book. Writing that book helped me to become aware that my body of work has to do with kind of a Venn diagram of people lead without blame, people providing really good leadership and resilient learning teams, the focus on how do we meet this moment where we have moved into learning work. And the leaders need to provide environments where teams and individuals can learn continuously. It's not like we can learn and stop. things are changing so fast, we have to keep doing that. And then finally, my love is working to create a better atmosphere, better climate, better environment for people who are working in collaborative teams. And so the title of the book, Lead Without Blame, Building Resilient Learning Teams, is kind of captures all three of those things. And you know, whatever we call that at the center of that Venn diagram, that's where I love to work. So the talk on Tuesday is going to be primarily about the aspect of that is building environments for teams. And so I'm looking forward to that. We'll have a good time.
Absolutely.
Well, this sounds like it's going to be very interesting, and definitely we want to focus on this. We will also put links to Diana's books in the show notes as well, so that those who want to get a deeper read on this can do so. Again, we want to encourage everybody, please go to the registration link and sign up for the conference. Seriously, if you want to be able to check out the keynotes and the invited speakers, those are going to be offered for free. And there's no reason for you not to participate. But if you want to be able to get the full conference experience, be able to have access to all of the talks for the 2-day conference, you can register as a virtual attendee. And if you can be in Portland and actually participate in person, we would love to have you be part of the workshop day on Monday. And I'm sure Diana would love to have you in her workshop and work with you. And
yeah, and I will be doing the workshop and I will be doing the talk, but I will be there for the whole conference. And always one of my favorite parts of a conference is the hallway sessions. So if you are there in person and you see me, please feel free to come up and we'll just have a chat about whatever is interesting to you in the moment in October.
fantastic. All right. Well, that concludes this episode of PNSQ Chronicles. We will be back soon with more chats, more talks, and we look forward to seeing you then. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.